Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are here to do a little follow-up video. So last year I did the 12 days of makeup and I was uploading every other day from the beginning of December through Christmas, and I had everything to do with like the number 12. So one of my videos from last year, I'll link the original down below, was my 12 makeup favorites of 2021. So I thought it would be fun. I saw Angie film a video like this where she was looking over her past favorites. So I thought it would be fun to revisit the 12 makeup products that I considered favorites last year in 2021. Because stay tuned, I am going to have a Vlogmas video where I talk about my favorites for this year, but I thought it would be fun to take a little walk down memory lane, see where last year's favorites are, and if they are still favorites. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking, I love makeup, I love talking about makeup. So if you'd like to chat about makeup too, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of the KBELLA fam. But without further ado, let's jump into the video. I don't have these in any certain order. I just like watched my video and wrote down when I talked about them. They're not like ranked or anything. But the first product that I mentioned was my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. And spoiler alert, still a favorite. Still a favorite. This is one of only 2 primers that are in my collection, and I use it every single day. I use it more as a primer, so after I've done my entire skincare and sunscreen and everything, I let that soak in for a while. Then I'll go in with a couple pumps of this and put it all over my face. I do have dry skin. I feel like it gives me like a nice hydrated look, and it just prepares my makeup. And it just prepares my skin for makeup. And so I love it. I've actually repurchased it, and this is my second bottle. I'm already down to here on it. It's a favorite still. I did mention that the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dewdrops are one of 2 primers that I have in my collection. The second primer is this one here by Natasha. It is the Liquid Silk Canvas. This also is like the second little container that I've had of this primer, and I still love this one also. I use these 2 primers in conjunction with each other every single day. They're the only primers that I use. I take a pump and a half of this and I put it where my pores are larger and on my forehead lines here to kind of smooth everything out. It's not drying on the skin. It doesn't really provide hydration, but I feel like the Glow Recipe drops do that. And then this kind of just smooths out my base. And again, when your base is looking hydrated, you have better makeup application. So definitely still loving this one also. This is a combo that I am still wearing a year later every single day. The third makeup product that I mentioned was a foundation, and it was the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue Makeup with SPF 45 in 2N1 Desert Beige. Now, I have to say, I have not worn this one since that video because this has a chemical sunscreen in it. Now, I had my son in August, and so when I was filming this video in December, I did already know that I was pregnant, and you're not supposed to wear chemical sunscreens when you're pregnant. So I had been wearing this beforehand. I loved it. The shade match was wonderful. It gave me like a nice hydrated glow. I was wearing it all of the time, but I stopped wearing it during pregnancy, and I have not picked up wearing it again because I'm nursing my son, and I'm not really sure about chemical sunscreens when you're nursing. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but this has not been a foundation that I've been reaching for because of that. However, I did love it so much, and it has a little bit of discoloration. I was just shaking it up. I don't know if it's gone bad yet or not. It says, I don't see on here when it expires, but I feel like it's a 1.5 years old because I know that I got this from, I got it during an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. And so, yeah, it has zinc oxide, oxonate, and Zula soil. Well, I don't know if I'm saying these right. Anyway, it's a chemical sunscreen, so that's why I haven't been using it. But from what I remember, it was a good foundation. I just don't know if I can tell you if it's still a favorite or not. Number 4 was a product that was not a new product. It was not new on the scene, and it's one that I've had for a while. It was the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, the Face Sculpt and Highlight in Fair Medium. This is still a favorite. I don't know if you can tell. I do have a huge dip in the bronzer right here. I don't love the highlight. It's much more of a subtle highlight, so if you're into a subtle highlight, you might enjoy it, but I love the Sculpt shade. I like to go in with a rougher brush. I think it's like the rougher number 4 maybe, and I like to kind of carve out I guess kind of like a contour, carve out where my cheekbones are, give myself a more chiseled look. But I like it because this sculpt shade is more neutral. It's not too cool, but it's not too warm. It's not really going to bronze up the face, but it gives me like a nice neutral sculpt, and it really does sculpt the face. So I'm still reaching for this one often. I still have it in my collection. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan on it because I love it so much. Number 5 was a blush that I was loving, and I still do love this blush, but I feel like I have several blushes in my collection that I love so much now. And this one was by Buxom, or is by Buxom, and it is the Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush in the shade Seychelles. Now I love this one because I don't know if you can tell, there are no specks of glitter, there are no chunks of glitter, but it has a nice sheen. So when I apply it on the cheeks, it gives me a nice healthy look. It looks like it's gonna be kind of just a basic color, but I get a ton of pigment with it. This was a blush that I was reaching for all of the time, and I haven't worn it much recently. I do need to pull it out again because I do remember really loving it, but I just feel like there have been so many new blushes that have come into my life. I've been into blushes lately, and so many good blushes that I haven't been reaching for this one, but I do remember loving it a lot. Number 6 was a concealer. It was by Pat McGrath. This is her Sublime Skin Fetish Concealer. This is actually a repurchase for me. This one's an L5. I think I had L4 before though. So I used it up completely. I loved it. I went and purchased another one. I really like this concealer because it gives you more of a full coverage, but it's not drying underneath the eyes. It's not cakey. It's very hydrating. So I will put just a little bit where I have darkness underneath my eyes and blend it out with a beauty blender, and I get beautiful, beautiful coverage. So definitely still a favorite. Number 7 was a lip gloss, and it was a collaboration between Ofra and Samantha March, the lip gloss in the shade Millie. Now, let me put a little bit of this on. I have to say, I'm not a huge gloss fan. This one has like little specks of glitter in it. Maybe I should use my finger, right? Because this is a red and a lipstick. And go like this. I'm tasting something weird, and I have to say, I don't know if it's my lipstick because my lipstick's kind of old. My lipstick is the Givenchy. It's number 35, and I know my lipstick is old, so that could be what I'm tasting that's off. Hopefully it's not the lip gloss. Yeah, something definitely tastes off. My guess would be that it's more so the lipstick than the lip gloss, but I haven't worn this gloss a ton recently. I'm not a gloss girl. I really am into a matte look, but I do like the way that this gloss looks on the lips. So it does have little specks of glitter in it, but it doesn't translate onto the lips. You can't feel it. It's not gritty. It's not textured. It's very smooth. It goes on nicely, but I feel like the little specks kind of just give a little oomph to your lips and make them look a little more juicy. So I do like it. Would I say that it's a favorite? I don't know that it's a favorite. I think it's a good gloss. I just don't reach for gloss a ton. Number 8, definitely still a favorite, definitely top of the pack. It is the Natasha Denona Super Glow Highlighter in the shade Fair. I'm so sad because I feel like this is discontinued. It went on sale on Sephora's site, and I don't know if it's discontinued from Natasha Denona or just not on the Sephora site anymore, but now Fair is not up there. It is no longer, and I love this highlighter. This is definitely, there's a huge dip in it. I don't know if you can tell. There's definitely a huge dip in it. This is a beaming from space highlight. Like, you are going to see it, you are going to glow, but there are no chunks of glitter. It's not like a streak on your face. It just blends into the skin and gives me a nice bright glow, and that's really what I'm into. So, love this one so much. Number 9, I feel like will be a forever favorite. If you've ever seen an empties video of mine, you know that I go through MAC Fix Plus like crazy. This is the only setting spray that I use. I kind of want to try the Charlotte Tilbury one. I really haven't tried other setting sprays. I just love this one so much because it's hydrating. Does it make my makeup last? I really don't think so. Probably not, but it really makes everything sink into the skin and look flawless and smooth, and it's very, very hydrating, and that's what I love about it. Still a favorite. Numbers 10 and 11 were lipsticks. Number 10 was by Dominique Cosmetics. This is the shade Pretty Natural. This is still a favorite. I love this lipstick. It's a great neutral nude. It's not too peachy orange. It's not pink. It's just a neutral nude shade. The D, O, and part of the M have already worn off. I feel like I haven't reached for it a ton lately, but it's definitely still a favorite staple nude for me. Number 11 was from Makeup by Mario. This was in the shade Brielle. And I said that I loved this lipstick because of the name Brielle, and I still stand by that. I do love the lipstick because of the name Brielle. That's my daughter's name. And I think the shade is beautiful. However, I have decided this isn't my favorite lipstick formula. So it is a matte, and I mean, it goes on nicely, but I do feel like it can be a little bit drying on the lips. I love the color, I love the shade, but I just don't find myself reaching for it a ton because I feel like I am tugging on my lips and it's just not super comfortable. I like it better with a gloss on top. However, because my daughter's name is Brielle, this will always be in my collection. Even when it's bad, I'm gonna save it. Number 12, I do not currently have in my collection, but it was a scent. It was a perfume from Dossier in Floriental Almond, and while they still have this scent, it is now called Fruity Almond. This was supposed to be inspired by Carolina Herrera's Good Girl perfume. Loved that scent, loved it so much, still love it, but I mentioned this in a video before. When I was pregnant and while I am nursing, I do not wear perfumes. I don't know if it's good or bad. I'm not a doctor, I am not an expert, but I know that when I was pregnant, I didn't want to put it on my skin because your skin will soak up anything that you put on it. And now while I'm nursing, I know that it's important to have my natural scent for my son. He's not a newborn anymore, so he'd probably still nurse either way, but I don't want fragrance and perfume all over his brand new baby skin. So I'm not wearing perfumes at the moment. However, I do still love that scent, and when I do start wearing perfume again, I will probably repurchase that one. Okay, but that is going to do it for this video. I'm hungry. It's lunchtime. I gotta put my daughter now down for a nap, but I thought it would be fun to take a little walk down memory lane since everybody is posting Vlogmas videos and just revisit my 12 favorites of 2021. Definitely make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned. I am going to be filming Vlogmas, but I'm doing my own type of Vlogmas. You know, it's hard with 2 young children, so my Vlogmas is going to start on December 17th, and I will upload a video every single day until Christmas. And spoiler alert, each of my videos is going to be a collab with another creator, and I will definitely be sharing my favorites with you during that time. So make sure you are subscribed. That way you can join my Vlogmas journey with me. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.